stay tuned for our next video, and we are going to do this amazing, beautiful cupcake bouquet, perfect for any occasion. Hi everyone, we're back for another tutorial. I'm Valerie.
And again, I am the nicer one. My name is Christina
from Queen of Hearts Couture Cakes. On our previous video, we did a red velvet recipe, red velvet cupcake, plus the buttercream and then cream cheese frosting. And we just did a very simple decoration. It's not even decoration, it's just cover.
To cover,
yeah, it's just a cover. So today we thought we would do some flower piping to decorate the cupcakes and give it a different way of presenting it, which is a
cupcake bouquet.
Yes.
Actually, Valerie, we cover cupcakes for two reasons. First reason is to actually seal the moisture of the cupcake because they are tiny cakes, so they get to dry easily. So that is to seal the moisture. That's the first one. Second reason is it's just a lot nicer to work on a clean canvas, isn't it? So white canvas, and then you do the flowers afterwards, even better.
So it flattens the cupcake as well, so it's easier to pipe. So for those of you who have not got the first book, the Cupcake Bouquet, we've got two ways of doing it. They're both in our first book, which is the Contemporary Buttercream Bible. So the first, I'm prepared. So the other one, we used a pot with a styrofoam bowl and toothpick. Now the only downside that we see with this one is sometimes because due to gravity you're sticking them onto the side. Some of these ones onto the side have the tendency to fall off. So we're going to do the easier way of doing the cupcake bouquet, which I'm going to tell you later on what we will use, okay? So this is how it is. So if you please do, guys, check out the copy of our book. We'll put a link down below. And if you want a signed copy, you can order it via our website. All right, let's get started.
Let's do the flowers first. Right?
Yes. Okay, so now we've got our plain buttercream, and we are going to pipe flowers on it. We are going to use a Wilton 104 piping tip, which looks like a teardrop shape. So it has got the wide end and the narrow end. So whenever you're using this, just make sure that the wide end is right towards you or at the bottom. Okay, so when you make this flower, we're going to start with the camellia. All you need to remember are four simple words. And that would be squeeze, stop, pull, and space. All right.
5.
With the word and. Sorry. See who's the nice one now. Okay, right. So the wide end touching the surface of the cupcake, not completely flat, about 20 to 30 degrees. Okay. So again, not completely flat, 20-30 degree angle. Squeeze, stop, and pull down a little bit. Give it a space. Repeat the same process. Squeeze, stop, pull. And just do it all the way around. So as you can see, guys, I'm not really moving my hand too much. It's steady. Squeeze, stop, pull. Just make sure to give it a space so that all the petals, they don't get squashed.
I'm gonna check if you're doing it right.
Stop it. Okay, so the last one is usually the tricky bit, okay? And because if you keep it the same way as how you would normally pipe it, you might squash these petals. So all you have to do now is just increase the height a little bit straight, but not too much. Squeeze that in and squeeze, stop, pull. There you go. And always make sure to clean your piping tip. We've got a good space in the center, so we can add another layer, but this time increase the height a little bit more. So pipe in between, ideally. If it doesn't happen, guys, it's okay. So squeeze, stop, pull, all the way around.
Pretty.
Thank you. She's actually complimenting me.
I think you're doing it correctly, Valerie.
Thank you. There you go. So we've got a nice camellia. And for the center, this one is just a seamless piping bag. So, oops, nice Queen of Hearts logo. So the difference is the thicker piping bag has got the extra seam, and the thin piping bag is seamless, which you can basically just cut the tip however big you like it. So all you have to do is just pipe some tiny dots for the center, or if you want to be more creative, you can also add sprinkles, whatever color that would complement your flower. Candies or chocolate would be an option as well. And there you go. And by the way, guys, just wanted to make sure that you don't pipe all the petals bigger than the size of your cupcake, because when you put it later on onto your cupcake bouquet, you don't want the petals to be squashed. So keep it all in good size.
So next now, after Valerie's camellia, we're gonna do blossom or tiny flowers. So it can be like hydrangeas, forget-me-nots, any 4 or 5 petal flowers, tiny ones. So it's a Wilton 104 or a smaller, 103. It is slightly smaller than the 104, but still a petal nozzle. And still the same motion, squeeze, tap, pull. But this time you wanted to achieve, like, how many petals do we do? 4 or 5 petals?
4, I guess.
4 petals, yeah? 4 tiny ones. So same angle and same motion, squeeze, tap, pull. Turn the cupcake. Squeeze, tap, pull. Turn the cupcake. So what you wanted to achieve would be 4 petal tiny flower, right? So this is the first one. And then you wanted to do the same thing right next to it. So imagine, guys, a cluster of tiny flowers put together. That's what we wanted to achieve. So all 4 petals, all squeeze, tap, pull. Squeeze, tap, pull. And for the last bit, the last petal is always the tricky one. So again, like Valerie mentioned, you can change the angle slightly higher. So there. So I'm gonna put a tiny dot on center. When I say tiny dot, I mean that tiny. Valerie, do you want me to add more flowers on this one?
Yeah, like 100 more.
Wow. Right, so let's try to pipe maybe 2 or 3 more flowers right on top of it. It just looks nicer. Are you happy with 6 flowers? 7?
10.
So there, just be careful, because we are piping now on top of the previous flowers, so be very, very mindful. So there, easy ones. Okay, you finish off with the last flower.
The last flower that we are going to do, again, it's something very easy. So from how many words? 4 words.
4 words. Squeeze, tap, pull, space.
Yeah,
no
so
end.
that was the first one and the second one. So this now we're going to downgrade to 2 words.
2 words, yeah.
Yeah, so squeeze and turn.
That's 3.
Squeeze, turn.
Squeeze, turn.
Okay, so we're back to the Wilton 104, which is the petal tip, okay? And again, same principle, the wide end is always at the bottom or the one towards you. So position it the same way as how we did with the camellia, so about 20-30 degree angle, okay? And 2 words, squeeze and turn. You can move your hand slightly up and down if you like, but normally I like how it just frills nicely. There, okay? And then find a different spot to start your second layer. Clean your piping tip. And same principle again, slightly higher angle. Slowly turn. Don't lift your piping bag. It has to touch the surface. And pull down. There you go. And for the center, let's do the same. with the camellia, just simple dots. Oops, cover that. When you're piping some fine details, you want your other non-piping hand, like my left hand, assisting your piping hand, just so you're not too shaky, because sometimes if you're just holding it straight down with your piping hand, usually it's very shaky. Okay, so I think that should be fine. So now we're done with decorating the cupcakes. So now we tune in to the arts and crafts show.
Valerie and Christina's Artsy Craftsy show.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we are going to make now the base for the bouquet, and very simple materials that you're gonna need. So here we've got some nice, they call it tissue paper, colored ones or with decoration. Another alternative for that, you can be very creative and choose a different material. Like this one is an organza material. This one is, I think I bought this from the Philippines. It's Sinamay, and just different quality tissue paper as well. Now you also wanted to cut small squares. Well, this looks more like rectangle. Rectangle.
Because she cut it.
Yeah, well,
if I cut it, it's gonna be
ideally square, guys. Okay, well, how many inches would you say
maybe
this is?
6 by 6 inches.
Okay, 6 or 8, doesn't really matter, but not smaller. Bigger is okay, but not smaller.
And you are going to find out why is it necessary.
Yes, okay. And you also want ribbon. It doesn't have to be black, well, we just wanted to use our ribbon. But you just basically want a complementing colored ribbon to match your whole bouquet. You want some, oh dear. Okay, so you want some plastic cups, any size, okay? Well, as long as it's not too small that your cupcakes wouldn't fit in. And you just basically want to join them with clear tape, like so. You can do bigger than this. We're just going to make a small one. And you want to also put rolled sellotape, clear tape, all around it. Literally onto the corners, okay, all around it. And you also want to fill it in later on with clear tape on the bottom. If you guys want to use the hot melt glue, that's absolutely fine. Although I think the clear tape is just easy to use.
Can I use a stapler?
No, don't use a stapler. The only reason is because sometimes when you stick them together and the staple wires come off, and if it goes to your cupcakes, you'll be dead.
So I think let's just stick to sellotape.
Yeah, tape is okay.
So this is Valerie's show. I'm going to be her lovely assistant.
Yes, I like the arts and crafts, okay? Alright, so you also need, this one is a 6-inch board. If you couldn't find a board, you can also just use a
paper plate
and just cut the excess, whatever size that you like it. So, and if you find a very thin type of, what did you say? paper plate. Yeah, paper plate. You wanted to double it up or triple it up to make it more sturdy. Okay.
Actually, we know someone. She was a previous student. What she did, she did 30 plus cupcake bouquet. It was centerpiece, remember?
Yeah, so 30.
Her brother was married, and she was the one who made all the centerpieces, you know.
It's really, really a good idea.
30 pieces of cupcakes.
Okay, and all the other accessories. This is just an addition. If, for example, you're going to do this as your business, if your client has got some extra budget, then you can maybe add a little bit of, well, we chose the plastic ones just because, you know, sometimes if you choose the real leaves, it could have some pesticides, and because we're dealing with cupcakes, so you don't want that.
And at least you can easily take it off if you can use it.
And these ones are called card holder, and of course scissors. So don't worry about the materials. We are going to list them all down below, so you can just click. And if you also forget, you can head to our website we got the steps and pictures and everything else that you need right there as well.
BeautifulHearts.cupcakes.com.
Yes. Okay. Assistant, please put lots of roll tape.
Daisy.
Okay, so I chose to use 3. I folded it in triangles so that I can cut it square. These are square, promise. Okay, so I lined them up just so when I put them together, it will have nice corners. Okay, and then just place your card in the middle
Or the paper plate.
Yes, and then just basically stick in your base. There you go. Okay, and this is the important bit. You need to call a friend to help you. Okay, so you want to scrunch up. There you go. Oh, and by the way, if you notice, the decorated side is facing up. Okay. Right, and then
I'm gonna ribbon it.
there you go. So this is the part where you needed a friend to help you.
Hopefully I get the right side.
Oops. Okay, so now that their base is ready, we are going to do the same with the small, supposed to be squares, kind of like 2 diamonds, okay? And then before you insert your cupcakes, you're gonna have to put this one. It's because it helps your cupcakes from sinking. Now, another tip is, if you want to add another surprise onto your cupcake bouquet, before putting in your cupcakes, why don't you fill each of the cups with chocolates or candies
anything
or,
that is heavy actually.
yeah, so it adds weight onto your base, and so just to make sure that it doesn't move about. Okay.
I like the green because it gives the leaves effect or something.
Yes. So there's no right or wrong way where you need to start. I just started onto the side, and this is the reason why, guys, why I did say to make sure that all the flowers are inside the cupcakes and they're not too big, because otherwise your paper might touch all your petals. And this basically will cover your plastic cups. You can also use a cellophane or colored cellophane instead of the paper if you don't want the butter, in case the buttercream sticks onto that, then your paper wouldn't be greasy. And the last,
All right.
okay, I'm done. You can go. And the last touch is going to be putting in your card holder, so that if you got a nice message or if you want to
I
put,
should have a card somewhere.
see, I'm prepared.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to put your branding or whatever,
Or like your I love you note.
yeah,
Happy
how to put
Mother's Day
this.
note.
There you go. If I can put them there. There. And ta-da! So
Our
we
very own
Cupcake Bouquet. So we hope you liked the tutorial, guys. And please don't forget to subscribe, and hope you like it. Please do click on the like button.
And if you've got any requests for us to show, if you want to see Valerie dancing under the rain,
Oh, you
that's
don't
fine
want
as
to.
well.
You don't want to
So
see
whatever
that.
request you have, just let us know, and we'll see
We're gonna,
what we can
yeah,
do.
we're gonna aim to do that, and And hopefully we see you on our next video.
Yes.
Bye!